Hello, YouTube. Um, First, I want to note that if I sound weird, I am sick. Um, I don't know, I've got some swelling in my throat, so it's kind of annoying. Um, but whatever, staying home, taking care of myself, um, whatever. So, what I actually came on here to talk about was just to give an update on my 1,000 day hair growth challenge. Um, it is currently day 94, Friday. Let me see what the date is. August 4th of 2023. Um, so I have been oiling my hair once a week, usually on Saturday. Um, I will say, I was gonna say I do it almost religiously, but honestly, I have missed a few days, and I've had days where I had to do it either on the Friday before or the Sunday after, um, that sort of thing. Um, so nothing too strict, I guess. I have been trying to keep on top of it, um, but life happens. As far as the growth, I'm actually kind of happy with where it's going. Um, it currently, if I sit up straight and I straighten it out, it is currently sitting maybe an inch or so, uh, maybe about closer to 2 inches below my collarbone. If I stretch out that longer piece, I will say I do have some pieces that are shorter, especially towards the front, like here. These hairs have gotten caught in my glasses, um, and I also noticed that I have a few hairs towards the back, like towards here-ish almost, where it's also shorter. Um, I'm not really sure why those hairs are shorter, but um, I don't know. Uh, so that is something I will. I think I've mentioned it before, but when I last got my hair cut, I actually got the sides and the back of my hair shaved, um, and the top cut, so it's uneven. Like there's a good few inches in between the lower part and the top. Um, and that is something that I've been kind of about. Because I don't know. Let me see if I can show you guys. Because, if you see this section in the dark, but yeah, if you take this section, it's obviously much shorter, than the rest, the top of my hair and stuff. Um, and I have been thinking about cutting my hair to even it out, but I think what I've ultimately decided to do, excuse me, what I've ultimately decided to do is to just grow it out. And then once it gets long enough that I can pull, pull it to the sides like I would if I were to do like pigtails or two braids, and have it actually sit, once I'm able to actually braid it like that, um, I think I will go ahead and trim it up and just even it out. Um, or something like that. Maybe I'll go a little bit slower and just trim until it's all even. um, but that's where that is on that part. um, let's see, as far as the challenge, is it difficult? Honestly, no. It's not really difficult at all for me, because literally it takes hardly any effort on my end. Um, though there are a few things that I do to try and help my hair. And I want to say that I am by no means like a professional, or that I even know what I'm really talking about. Like I've done a little bit of research, but I can always do more, is what I'm saying. So, like I said, I oil my hair weekly. I only do it once a week. I was thinking about doing it, or trying to do it a second time throughout the week, but I through my research, I've kind of realized that if I were to do that, I would be, or I would be risking having extra buildup on my scalp from the oil and my natural hair oil. And I will note, I do have a little bit of dandruff. It seems to be like kind of in patches. Um, I forget the term for it, but my mom has it as well, where we get like just like dry patches of skin, that, you know, it kind of flakes and stuff. Um, but I haven't really had that much of a inflammation of those recently. Like every once in a while, yes. But whatever. But what I like to do throughout the week, to try and take care of my hair and to try and um, just keep it, this is what my routine is. So just starting on Saturday, I excuse me, I oil my hair. I have quite a few oils that I use. I use jojoba oil or jojoba oil, argan oil, um, rosemary, um, a little bit of castor oil, um, and then I also use alma or amla. I don't remember the the way it is, unfortunately. Like I get it so confused in my mind, but um, that that oil in particular makes up for half of my oil um, recipe. um, so there's that, and I just mix those in a bowl, and I keep them mixed. I actually just keep it in my bathroom in a bowl that I keep closed, because I've pre-mixed it, and what I have lasts me for quite a few weeks. Um, and then when it comes time to oil my hair, I actually, a few months ago, I got a boar brush, or a boar bristle brush. I just got it from Walmart. The same with my uh, I have a paddle brush that I just use as a regular basis. Um, excuse me. So, what I will do day of, or right before I start to oil my hair, first thing that I do is I actually run a little bit of hot water into my sink, and I just set the bowl of oil in there, um, just to let it like warm up a little bit, and then I will take my regular hairbrush, and I will just brush through my hair, make sure I don't have any tangles, and then I'll take my boar brush and I will run it through again, and that helps to distribute the natural oils on my scalp onto the strands of my hair. Um, and then I'll go and I'll take sections and I will apply my oil. I just use my fingertips. Of course, I wash my hands before I start to oil my hair. And then, I just use my fingertips. I do have, I'm gonna say thick hair. I have a lot of hair, and so sometimes it's hard to make sure I'm getting every place. So, what I recommend is sectioning your hair. And honestly, I just do it like people would do with like cornrows. I just take my nail, my fingernail, you can use like a comb or something, and I will just like create a section, just bring it down through my hair, create a section, um, and then I just kind of flip over the rest of the hair. Luckily, my hair is kind of getting long enough that I can sort of do that if I, tilt my head and stuff. And then I just take that oil, rub it into my hands, or mostly my fingertips, and then, kind of massage it in there. And I just keep on doing that section by section. Admittedly, I'm not great at sectioning my hair because I use my fingernails, so it always comes out kind of messy. And I find that doing the back of my scalp is kind of difficult for some reason, even with like trying to section it out. So, what I like to do to just make sure that I get everything is once I've applied the oil to like the front of my hair, and I feel pretty confident about the saturation on that, I'll just flip my head over and I will take some of the oil on my fingertips and I just run it up. Just like run it, or I guess it would be downwards, but I run it along the back of my scalp, basically. Um, and that just helps me feel like I've actually gotten my hair covered in the oil. And then um, what I like to do afterwards, I've got it on my scalp. I like to go ahead and set a timer for about like 3 to 5 minutes or so, and I will just stand there and massage my hair. I'll do it standing up, I'll do it flipped over, like bent over, so that way I can have a little bit more blood flow to my head. Um, and then, I may even take a little bit of extra oil while I do so, just to make sure that, everywhere is nicely oiled and massaged. And again, I just use the tips of my fingers. I don't use my nails when I'm doing that massage. Um, and then, okay, so once the time runs down, I take what's left on my hands and I just kind of run it through the ends of my hair. And I feel like it kind of helps, like, especially when I have less oil on my fingers. It definitely helps to get those on my ends. It makes them kind of soft and just feel a little bit better um, throughout the rest of the day, or the next few days actually. And then I let that sit for 2 hours, for about 2 hours. Um, and I just sit with like a plastic bag on my head. And then I will go ahead and shower. I do usually double shampoo, just to make sure I've gotten all of that oil out of my hair. And then I'll take my conditioner, I'll run it through my ends, like the middle to the end of my hair. I apply that conditioner, and then I will go through the rest of my shower routine um, without rinsing. And then once I'm done, I'll go ahead and rinse out that conditioner, and it leaves my hair feeling really soft and smelling really good. Um, and then after I'm done with the shower, I'll turn off the water. I like to kind of just take my hands in here. I like to take my hands and I will just kind of like pat down my scalp, and down the ends of my hair. Like I'll press it up against my neck because it's not quite long enough for me to just hold it in my hands yet. I mean I can, but it's just easier to do it against my neck. Um, anyway, so I do that, just to get some of that excess water, out of my hair, keep it from dripping as much. I'll go ahead, get out of the shower, dry off. I don't use a towel on my head. Um, I don't even use like the t-shirt method that some people use, where they just dry their hair with a t-shirt. Honestly, I like to just let my hair air dry. Um, that's just what works for me. But while it's still damp, I like I have a leave-in conditioner. Now, I want to note I do not have curly hair. My hair is barely wavy. I'm starting to realize I was in hardcore denial about that, but starting to realize that I have pretty much just straight hair except for where it sits on my shoulders. Um, and so I don't need to use leave-in conditioner. However, I really prefer to do so. I feel like it smells good and it makes my hair feel really soft, and um, it just it's just something that I enjoy using. Um, and yeah, like I've used it and I don't think I'll go back, to not using it, Um, anyway, so I go ahead and apply that while my hair is damp, and then, like I said, I just leave it alone. I just let it air dry. If I had just taken a shower and I'm about to, go lay down or go to bed, that's kind of where I do like the no. Honestly, I just lay down and like I'll lay my hair out behind me, just kind of laid out, spread out behind me, um, or above my head, whatever, and that'll be that, and I just go to sleep. Um, but I do prefer to let my hair dry at least like 90%, um, before I lay down or anything like that. Preferably, but that doesn't always happen. So, is what it is. Um, moving on. So, after that, like the next day or when my hair is fully dry, I'll brush through it. It usually looks pretty good, kind of flat, but really soft. Um, Kind of like what I'm feeling now. Like my hair does feel a little bit dry. Um, so I do need to wash it soon. I think I should wash it soon, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, so after that, I usually just leave it alone for the next few days. I'll wear it down, most of the next day and probably the day after that. Um, and then, maybe I'll start putting it in that like half up, half down style. Um, or lately I have been able to start like doing the twisted clip on the back of my head. I do still get some pieces that fall down, but it's much less, uh, as time goes forward, which is awesome. Um, but I digress. um, and then usually about Wednesday to Thursday, I'll actually end up re-washing my hair, um, just because that's how it usually works out. Usually I have something going on those days, or um, it just feels yucky. Not that my hair gets like super oily or anything, um, but I feel like I like to have that reset, you know, where I wash my hair um like 2 times a week or so, and you know what I'm saying? Get it all soft and smelling good again, all of that good stuff. Um, but what I'm thinking that I may try to do is I'm thinking that I may try to go a week without washing my hair. I'm not 100% sure that I want to do that yet. I've seen a couple of videos that other people have done on YouTube here, um, where they've washed their hair only once a week, as a challenge, and their hair gets super greasy and kind of yucky. um, I will note that those people that I watch that do that, they usually wash their hair like once every day or once every other day. And I wash my hair twice a week. So I think I may be alright. Um, but just one of those things. Kind of just a wait and see type of thing. Um, but I am super excited to, be closer. Like, I'm almost a tenth of the way through this challenge, of the 1,000 day challenge. Excuse me. And I'm super excited about that. And I'm super, super excited about having longer hair. As you guys can probably tell, I'm looking forward to being able to braid and put up and play with my hair. Um, those sorts of things are kind of exciting to me, because I'm not able to do those right now. I can do you know, I can take like the front pieces of my hair and braid those, but it doesn't feel as good as like a whole braid to me. You know what I'm saying? Or like two braids. Um anyway, so I'm kind of excited for that, which is kind of silly, but it is what it is. Um and I think that's it. I think that's mainly the update that I have for you guys. Um, if you guys have any questions or comments, I know that not a lot of people are watching this right now, like at all. And that's fine. But if you guys have any questions or comments, like in the future, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll be more than happy to respond. Um, but yeah, that's my little update there, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.